Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. I am Rosalie, and today I am going to give you a great recipe. I'm the author of Rosalie Serving Best Loved Italian and Rosalie Serving Country. And this recipe that I've chosen for today is just going to be wonderful. You are going to love it. And you can make it for a special occasion or for just everyday family. Treat them superbly. All right. This is called cheese tortellini, bathed in tomato Alfredo. In here I have just put two tablespoons of my extra virgin olive oil. You can see how nice and green that is. That's the extra virgin. And I put in a half a stick of real butter. Okay, so we're going to hook this up right here. I do have my pretty electric skillet out to make this for you. So this is a 20-ounce package of Pirano, and that's P-R-I-A-N-O. It's right here. It's 20 ounces. Pick this up at Aldi's. This has got 5 cheeses in it. See if I can read them upside down. Okay, Assaggio, Romano, Mozzarella, Parmigiana, and ricotta cheese, all in one of these beautiful little tortellinis. So we've got some boiling water on the stove because we only blanch these about 3 minutes. That's all we do, just to get them a little bit on the way to being cooked. Otherwise, we put them right into our dish. So we're going to start out right here. What I have done here is, whoops, let me get these books back up. Okay, I have put in the olive oil and the butter, as you can see. And now you're going to add 2 cups of your broccoli florets. Just add them right in there. You can hear that kind of starting to sizzle a little bit. 2 cups of your button mushrooms. Add those 2. And if you love button mushrooms, and you can always add a little bit more, but I have 2 cups of each. Give everybody a little taste of the button mushrooms and the garlic. Now to this, while this is sizzling in your butter and in your olive oil, you're going to add 5 cloves of garlic. Now these cloves of garlic are extra big, so I only put 2.5 in here because if you remember, here's a teaspoon, and 1 clove should make a teaspoon of chopped garlic. Okay, so there's 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5 teaspoons. And that kind of helps everybody because they always ask me, well, how much garlic should you put in? Well, I don't know if really you can put too much garlic in, but there are your 5 teaspoons, and it came to 2.5 big cloves. All right. So now you can see the garlic in there. You can see the beautiful broccoli and your button mushroom. With this dish, you don't want to overcook your broccoli. You don't want it to be mushy in your dish. So while that is cooking, you're going to add some of our herbs. We have a teaspoon of sea salt, a half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and a teaspoon of your basil. Okay, so you're going to sprinkle, let's wait till we're going to add a 15-ounce can of your diced tomatoes. Let's put that in right now. And then on top of the diced tomatoes, let's just sprinkle our herbs. That way, your tomatoes are going to take up the herbs, and they'll stay right with it during this whole dish. Alright, now you still see that the broccoli is nice and crisp tender. You don't want it to be mushy. And your mushrooms are the same. So just stir that around a little bit. Let that cook just about a minute or 2, not long. And then we're going to go on with the rest of our ingredients. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. You are going to love this. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Okay, so this is about a minute. That's all we want. Now we're going to add a little 15-ounce can of our tomato sauce right here, if you guys can see that. We're going to add that right in there, and that's going to tame it down just a little bit. So we're coming along here. Now at this time, just turn down your heat real low, and you're going to add your tortellini back here to the boiling water that I have on the stove. You can probably see that steaming right there. So just go ahead and add your tortellini. And as I said, set your timer for 3 minutes. We just want to get that a little bit warm through before we add it to our dish. So turn your dish completely off right now. You don't want it to cook anymore right now. Okay? Let's time it and let's get our tortellinis boiled. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Bye, guys. Okay, so that was exactly 3 minutes. You see how these have puffed up? Now you're going to add the tortellini right to, we put our vegetables and the mixture back on to our 350. And now we're going to add our tortellinis right to this hot sauce right here. Okay? Just dip them right up out of the pot and put them right in there. Stir it around. And then we're going to go on with our recipe. Alright guys, I will see you in just a minute. Okay, so now you can see how beautiful that is. Let's turn down our skillet here to 200. And now you have 4 cups of heavy whipping cream. And these are 2 pints, which is 2 cups and a pint, of course. So you're going to lay that cream right in there. And this is beautiful heavy cream. You want to go ahead and put the other one in. And oh my goodness, this is shaping up so beautifully. You are going to love this dish, full of flavor. Lots of good flavor. Alright, now we stir that around. And you can see how now the cream is getting a little pink. And this is called tomato Alfredo. Very delicious combination of the two. Okay, we want to get all of our cream because we love this heavy cream. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to stop, wash hands, and then come back. And now we're ready for our cheese. You want 4 cups of your grated Parmesan cheese. Now I've put this down to 200 because this is a real important part. Now you're going to gently stir in your Parmesan cheese until it is all incorporated into your sauce. So you got to stand here for a little while. Don't leave this. You don't want to burn your cream sauce, and you don't want to monopolize your cheese to where it's going to be in clumps. You want it to be right in there into your beautiful sauce. Okay, that was about a 1 cup. Here's another one. And you can see how I'm just working that right in to the sauce. Alright, we're going to work in our 4 cups. And we will be back and we'll give a taste and see what we have for supper tonight. Okay, so our fettuccine is done. Oh my goodness. Now I did use the 4 cups of cheese. My husband likes it like that. I think we could have probably used 3 cups. So it's 3 to 4 cups. You just be the judge of how you want that. And you want to serve this warm and hot because it is so delicious. And your broccoli is still crisp tender, so it's not gone all to mush. So now we're going to come over here and make some bruschetta bread to go along with this dish. And this is so simple. You can make bruschetta bread just like I'm going to do. What I did was I cut this loaf right in half. And then I have a cup of olive oil right here. And what I'm going to do is, I usually use a brush, but we can do with just the spoon. And just let that soak right into the bread, the olive oil. And you might have I have a half a cup of olive oil. And you may not even need all of that. But this is so good because this bread is nice and fresh. You can, actually, I'll tell you what, I picked this up at Walmart. I love their French bread. If you have a good bakery with real Italian bread, then use that. But this is really very delicious. Okay, we still have a little bit left over. So that is about 1/3 of a cup. Now we did use our garlic press right here. And I have minced 3 cloves of garlic. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just spread that down both sides. And we're going to work this in with our hands, our clean hands. We've just washed hands. And so when you use the garlic press, you do get some juice. And that's what you want. So you can use a little more garlic if you like, but this I think will be pretty good. Just rub that right into the bread like so. Let the garlic just get right down inside of all the pores of the bread. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to use our coarse sea salt and our coarse pepper. And then we're going to just put this in a hot oven at 400 for 6 minutes. So here is your, you got your coarse sea salt right here. And you want to just sprinkle that right down on the loaf, just like so, and your very coarse pepper. And this is really an important step. You want that salt to get down into the olive oil with the garlic. Alright, and now what we've done is we have a cup of Parmesan cheese right here. And you're just going to come on down right now. Put that right into your loaf. And we are going to pop this in an oven of 400. Alright, I will be back and we'll finish it up. We're going to go 400 degrees for 6 minutes. Pat that down good. What a wonderful, simple bruschetta bread. We didn't even use the whole cup, so maybe a half a cup of cheese. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, so our bruschetta bread is out of the oven. That was 6 minutes, and it's very beautiful, a little crusty on the bottom. And what you want to do now is, this is Sargento. I did have a package to show you guys, but this is Sargento shredded mozzarella. So we're just going to do a little bit extra touch right here. We're going to put a little bit of mozzarella on all of these. Now I cut these into 4s, so you will get 8 servings out of this bruschetta bread. And this is probably just maybe a cup of bruschetta. And I'm going to pop that right back into the oven. It's still at 400, just for another minute to get it nice and melted. And then we'll be back. Look at this beautiful tortellini in tomato Alfredo sauce. Oh, it's delicious. All right, be back in a second. So we're ready, and here we are, beautiful. This is your bruschetta bread with the shredded mozzarella, and I did use the Sargento. It is such a wonderful, wonderful, rich and real cheese I put it on. So just enjoy yourself with your wonderful cheese tortellini. Let's have just a little bit of taste right here. Now you could easily get by with 3 cups of cheese if you didn't want this so cheesy. So you go ahead and be the discerner of that when you get to this point. Let's try one. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Alright guys. I wish you well. Come back to my kitchen again. Remember, you can make this as elaborate as you want, and I do have that in my recipe. You could have added fresh tomatoes in the summer, olives, basil, a little pepperoni, all before you put on your topping of your cheese. All of that can be extravagant, but with this dish it's so overwhelmingly with so much flavor. Just a plain bruschetta would be wonderful. All right, God bless you. Love to come to your home, and love for you having me here in my kitchen. www.rosalieserving.com. See you again.